Welcome. Like you know, we actually here to solve problem. What problem are we solving today? I have a question from one of my clients who was asking me how he can connect this small decoder. You see this small decoder with two television in the house. So he was asking himself how can he connect this decoder to another two television in the house without having an extra view or without having to pay multi-choice another amount beside the subscription he have currently at the moment. So I'm answering this question by explaining to you also what is the reason. The Explora 3 and this model of decoder 5S, this model decoder of decoder 5S and the Explora 3 come with only LMB in. They don't have RF out, they don't have RF in. They got a HDMI output and they got a place to connect your AV cable. They got a place to connect your power cable. This customer want actually to make this decoder work on in the lounge, and the other two television in the room must have the same signal, because before this customer was using a decoder who have RF out and RF in. Now, because the new decoder I purchased now doesn't have an RF out, it's not in the position of having the same channel in the room. So I'm answering that question by telling him what to do and telling you also what you could do in the next future. Now, before I go to that, I will also use this opportunity to let you understand that if you have this decoder at home, which got the RF out and RF in, and the other decoder now, the new one, you just purchase this new one and you want to link in on extra view, I want to advise you that you need what we call a diplexer. You need what you call a diplexer to connect this one who doesn't have a RF out and RF in with this one. So do not panic. That could be another video for another time. So like I said, the customer have a decoder who have a RF out. It could be Explora 2 like this one. It could be Explora 2 like this one who still have the RF out. There you can connect to many TV in the house as you want. That's why we want to talk to the new technology which Malchus have done today, and then he bring us a decoder like this one. Remember, our Explora 3 got also only one port of LMB. It got a HDMI, it got a internet port, it got a USB port, and then it got an AV port, it got a power port, just like this one. So how can I connect this one now to more than one television? Now at the moment, this is the way this decoder is connected. I'm going to show you now how this decoder is connected by putting in the power supply. As you know, the power supply goes to your power supply, and then we have our cable. We got our AV cable. Remember the AV cable like this. We got a jack. The AV cable going to this port. The AV cable going to this port. We have that one, and we got our HDMI cable. If you are using the TV with HDMI, if you are using the TV with the old box TV, you can use this one on AV. But if you are using HDMI, you connect your HDMI, and the other port is connected to the television. And we always have our F connector connected. The cable coming from the dish outside, we connected to our LMB in. We connected to our LMB in because it's coming from outside. So basically, the decoder is connecting like this. Basically, the connector is your first decoder is connected like this. But you can see there's no place here where you can connect a second TV or the third TV. So that's where the problem of the client is. So I'm going to show you what to do. So your existing decoder is connected like this. So what you're going to do, you're going to leave it as it is, and then you're going to use the RF, you're going to use the AV output, meaning this one. You're going to use this AV output, this one, to take the signal from here and send it to another television. But you're not going to go and plug, because this cable is very short. There's no way, it's not easy for you to take this cable to maybe 5 meter long or 6 meter long. It's not very easy. So what we're going to do here, we're going to use a device called modulator. We're going to use the device called modulator. So this device is going to allow the decoder, we're going to allow the picture and the sound of this, the picture and the sound of the decoder to modulate into a coaxial cable. The coaxial cable is this one, this type of cable, coaxial cable. So what we're going to do, you're going to go to yourself to the market, you must get yourself a modulator. There's a many type of modulator, and this modulator, you plug it in. I want to bring one, sorry, I want to bring one modulator. This, most of modulator, is written on it modulator. You can see like this one is written there, modulator. So this is a device you're going to use to take your AV signal to RF. That means you convert. The modulator is there to convert the AC AV signal, AV picture, to RF. So if you check, most of the modulator is written on it. You can see, you're gonna see the AV input, and then you're gonna see the output. So like on this one, we got RF out, and then we got a sound, and then that's what you use actually to convert your signal. You can see your AV. So what's gonna happen, we're going to connect our AV in the port, and then this port we're going to put on our modulator. I want to let you know that there's a many type of modulator in the market. We got a home modulator. This one is a home modulator. We got also a commercial and industrial modulator, which we can modulate a lot of AV on many cable. That could be another video next time. So we're gonna use the home modulator, and you can see here we got yellow, white, and red. So we take our cable, the other end of the cable, we're gonna put the yellow to yellow, we're gonna put the red to red, and we're gonna put the white to white and the red to red. And then when it's like this, you have taken the picture, because the yellow here is the picture, the red and white is the sound. So you have taken the picture and the sound, you have put it into the modulator. After you put your picture and the sound into modulator, now you have to take, remember here it's written RF out, because you are taking the AV to RF. So you're gonna come out here as RF out. When it come out here, it must go to your television. So what's gonna happen here, we're going to take out the cable here and take it to our television. So I'm gonna use this cable, a coaxial cable. So we're gonna connect a one coaxial cable here. We're gonna connect it to this port, and we screw it there. We're gonna screw it there. After we screw it there like this, that means from the decoder we got our picture and our sound to this modulator. It modulates the AV to RF out, and then we're gonna take out the picture and the sound from this cable to go now to our television. So actually this cable gonna go to our television. But now it's not going to work immediately, because we need to power on this. Remember, at the back of the decoder we got a port, USB port, and USB port, that USB port is 5 volt and 500 milliamp. 5 volt and 500 milliamp. So this USB port on this decoder is there to supply devices. We don't know what device it is, but it happened that in this modulator came with USB cable, and this USB cable is going to help us to power on this modulator, because this modulator must be on, the light must be here. So in the box of the modulator comes with cable like this one. The modulator comes with this cable. You see this cable, it got a USB cable. So what I do, I'm going to connect the USB port here. I'm going to connect it here. I hope you are seeing it very well. I'm going to connect it here so that I can be able to power now. I connect it there. I'm going to take this cable. I'm going to power my modulator. This is a modulator. I'm going to connect it because you have a port of it here. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to power my modulator. It's a 5 volt, and then when I power it, you can see how the modulator is on at the moment, meaning that I will be able to take this cable from the RF out to my television in the other room, and then I'll leave this one in the sitting room. Like this, I'm going to have in the other room a television working, the same channel are working, and then I don't need to pay multi-choice. I don't need to pay another subscription. I don't need to pay any extra a month. So if you got your Explorer 3 who doesn't have a RF out, you got your 5S decoder HD who doesn't have a RF out, and you want to connect that Explorer or that HD decoder to 1 TV, 2 TV, 3 TV, you need to have a modulator like this, and you connect it the way I just show you. After connecting the modulator, we have what you call a splitter. You got your splitter, and when you got your splitter, you can use the end, that cable going to another room. Look at this splitter. This splitter got, that means the cable going to the room, going to the splitter like this one, and this splitter I'm gonna send the picture to television. So the customer are gonna use a splitter and send the splitter, one-way splitter to another television, the other one to another television. So you'll be able now to fit 2 television. The same way, you just have to use another splitter. If you use a multi-way splitter like this one, who give us 4-way, you can now use put that cable coming from RF from the modulator, you put it on in, and then you use 4-way. Look at this one, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4-way, so that you can put 4 television on the same decoder. So that's how you can use your 5S decoder or your Explorer decoder to connect more than 1 television. If you are happy for this video, subscribe, share this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, ask me question, tell me what kind of video you would love to see on this channel. Ask questions related to how to empower yourself to be a self-employed, how to empower yourself to open your own business, how to empower yourself to learn this trade, how to empower yourself to be a businessman. Basically, how to empower yourself to be very, very important in your community. So I will advise you all the time, share this video so that we can be relevant outside there to people who need this kind of content. Thank you very much. Call me Alphonse Fokou.